Marie was one of my first students when I was just starting out in teaching, and she wouldn't sing. She was a student that clearly enjoyed writing songs, but she wouldn't perform in class, she just wouldn't do it. But her mates knew she could sing, and they'd say, "Miss, you've got to hear Marie." One day we managed to get her to sing to the wall while I stood behind her. We pretended I wasn't there, and with a little patience, waited, and then this voice came out.
June 17 was the day that we confounded. I know it might sound stupid, I really bloody on it.
My first memory of Marie was all about the sport, and she was very seriously very good at sport.
Whatever sport you pushed her towards, she would excel at it.
Cricket, running, stallball, netball, football.
And she was probably one of the best cross-country runners that the school ever had.
I never forget, at Blacklands School cross country, Marie came running up this hill and she's turning around and looking behind her because she didn't realise that she's at the front and she's winning. I think it was the first cross country she'd ever done, and of course she just absolutely blew everybody away.
We all thought Marie was going to make her fame and fortune through sport. It wasn't until year 11 that this whole music thing was like, wow, she can sing and play. It was brilliant.
I never thought I'd be a singer or a musician. I was like the sports kid at school, and then kind of lost interest and had an accident, had a knee operation, and thought, this is it really, just say that you don't want to do it anymore. And that's when I started writing songs and going busking and playing gigs, and it all kind of started from there.
Well, I saw her sing in the London Trade a few years ago, and someone had said about Marie, you know. And then I saw her a few more times, and you realise how good she is. And when she sings, she says in just a couple of sentences what it might take you a long time to say. So when you hear it, you think, yeah, I know exactly what she means.
Her lyrics are, you know, they're really heartfelt, and she writes really good material, and the melody's really good as well.
She has done some excellent covers, but I'm always thinking, Marie, play one of yours, because when Marie plays her original songs, the room completely changes and people are just transfixed with what she's doing, and you kind of hang on every word, and it's, yeah, quite something.
I know Marie because my neighbour knocked on my door one night after Fat Tuesday and came in and did not stop talking for about an hour about Marie White. And she said, I have to go and see her, I have to go and see her. And I did. I went along to Whistle Trago the following week.
And I remember Sally saying, you have got to see this girl, oh my God, she's off the scale brilliant.
I was absolutely blown away and could not quite believe what I was watching and hearing, and was just so impressed with her.
So we looked at some videos and went, oh yeah, she's really, really cool. Let's get her in to do something for Eggtooth.
Eggtooth is a creative arts, personal development organisation.
So I think it was Sally that contacted her and said, how would you feel about working with some of the young people that we work with on some of the projects? And yeah, I think it was like almost the next day Marie was there. She's like, absolutely, yeah, I'm there, I'll work with you.
Marie does loads of different work for us. She has been an amazing mentor for the Incubate project. She has engaged a huge number of young people over the years.
I think one of the reasons why I wanted to be a mentor was to make a difference, and I think Brad, who is a local legend really, someone that we all love, someone that we've just lost, which is really, really upsetting. He made a difference to my life, and it inspired me really to kind of do the same to other people.
Well, Marie, I've got to know really quite recently. I've always known of her. I've always heard such great things about her from my husband, who was Marie's kind of partner in crime when they were mentoring.
A lot of the mentoring that I was doing with him, we'd be at a school and we'd be sitting there like as mentors, and we'd be giving our speech of, you know, why we're a mentor, and you'd be praying that you weren't sitting next to him, because if he'd been before you and he'd given his American speech about, you know, I've played all over New York and I've done all of this, and then you thought, oh God, I've got to go next, and what am I going to say? Yeah, he was a great inspiration.
I think one of the things that I'll always be truly grateful for with Marie, apart from always being such a beautiful friend whenever I see her at any of her gigs, is how much she helped my daughter, who is a budding singer.
She shares her story as well, which is really important, because her journey to the stage has been, you know, not straightforward, and that's been really useful for a lot of young people.
I'm Xavier Ralph. I'm a singer-songwriter, and Marie was elected as my mentor, so that she's helped me kind of prepare for all of my performances and got me some gigs at the Porters and places like that, and she's helped me get my songs up to scratch, and I've written quite a lot of songs with her help and stuff like that.
He's a incredible songwriter, he's a great guitarist. He's absolutely everything that I was looking for when I started this mentoring process. You know, he is me, but when I was younger, and he's much better than I was when I was younger. My biggest influences, I remember Leanne Carroll knocking at my parents' door when I was 15. It was quite a big deal. She is incredible, and I'm very lucky to call her a friend of mine. She's definitely probably the biggest influence going. Can't really get much better than her.
She said that. That makes me feel very honoured and proud, lovely. You know, that's, yeah, I'm a bit speechless really, because there's so many beautiful musicians, but I mean, she's just like this little sun in a galaxy at the moment. It's just beating, and I just don't want it to stop beating.
The first thing that comes to mind, if I was to give her advice, is be yourself, but I don't know that I'd need to give her that advice because she is totally herself. She's a complete original.
Just to keep doing what she's doing, because she's amazing, and everything she does is, you know, best that it can be, so.
Oh God, aim for it, go for it. Definitely don't settle for second best in anything, especially when she's got that much talent.
Stay Marie White, and if she hits the heady heights, that to never compromise and to absolutely stay being Marie, because she's just an absolute individual and a star.
Give her some advice. That's a tough one. Keep being friends with me, especially if you do well at the business. And yeah, just keep making us smile really, and stay in Hastings. You know, don't leave.
I think the only advice you could give Marie is just to carry on being exactly the Marie that she's always been. She is incredibly talented at anything she seems to turn her hand to, but she is so modest and unassuming, and I think if she carries on like that, then she'll be fine. She doesn't need to change at all.
Absolutely, just don't change a thing. Don't change a thing. I wouldn't want to change anything. Like I said to her when she was 15, keep doing that. So, you know, I have no advice to give other than that.
Keep writing, and please make sure you keep coming into schools like mine to encourage the future.
Remember your primary head teacher, the advice he used to give you. She's just got everything going for her. So I wish her every success.
I think probably like everybody else, stay Marie White. A story that I heard was that Brad had met up with her 2 days before he left all of us, and he actually said to her that you've got to be more Marie White, you've got to be true to yourself, you've got to be you. And I think that's the most important thing. Whatever happens, the good, the bad and the ugly, just stay you. Be more Marie White.